Okay, so we're back in the kitchen. Yeah. We're back in the kitchen, and Chef Miyose, I don't know what you're doing right now, but everything seems to be coming together really well.
Well,
really well.
Yeah, we've grated the potatoes and a little bit of onions in it.
Okay.
Now, what we do next is we're adding a bit of salt in it.
Okay. That's a lot of salt, though.
That's not a lot of salt.
Are you sure?
Potatoes and salt, they go together.
Okay. All right, what else? What else are we doing?
We're adding a little bit of black pepper into it.
Okay. You call that a little?
Well, I feel like when you build flavors, black pepper, garlic, and onions, they are the fundamental.
All right, you're the chef. What do they say on British TV? Yes, chef. Right?
Yes, chef.
Yeah, yes, chef. Okay.
So we just stir that together.
Okay, so this is the cheese, the onions, and the potato.
No, just the potatoes,
Oh,
onions,
okay. Potatoes
salt.
and salt. Okay,
yes.
Fantastic. So these are Irish potatoes, right?
Yes, Irish potatoes.
Okay, fantastic.
Well, this is the stripped chicken.
Okay, so what are we doing to the chicken now?
We're just going to season it and cook it.
With like 2 liters of salt again, eh?
No.
All right, no, what else? What are we putting on the chicken? This?
Yeah,
no?
We're putting black pepper in it.
Okay.
We're putting Italian seasoning on it, and we're adding a bit of the adobo. And
that word again. But it's like a herb or something,
yes,
right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so let me see if I can smell that.
Good luck in smelling that.
It's kind of like coriander kind of smell.
No, it's no.
No?
Nope.
Okay. Yes, chef.
Then a bit of salt.
A bit.
Yeah. Yeah, the same person that complained if this food is not sweet.
So well, which one is? Okay.
It has to be delicious.
The association with saltiness and sweetness, I still don't get it. If there's no salt, that means the food was not sweet. I don't get it.
Well, it's actually Maggi in Nigeria, not salt.
Here you go with that seasoning again.
Yes, it's Maggi in Nigeria, but when they train you as a chef, you don't end up, they don't train you to use Maggi.
But when they train you as a broadcaster, they train you to mention very few brands of seasoning. But
nice.
So what else are you putting in this chicken?
That's all.
Okay, so just the salt, the pepper, and the, pronounce it again?
Italian seasoning.
Yeah, what he said. So what's in the pan? Or that's a wok, right?
Yes, this is a wok.
All right.
So this is
what?
Onions and olive oil.
That's all?
Yes.
All right. So simple stuff, really.
Very simple.
Potatoes, onions, chicken. I hope you've started yours in the house right now. And if you started with us, I want to see how much time it's going to take you to put yours together. Make sure when you get to a certain stage, you take a picture of whatever you have and then tweet it at us. What's the handle again, Yomi?
Well, it's at TVC Connect.
Yes.
Instagram,
don't worry, I'll get used
Facebook,
to that handle soon enough.
and
I'll get
Twitter.
used to it.
Let us know
TVC
what's going on and what
Connect.
you're
We
doing.
just build the aromatics for this, and we let the pan just sizzle a little before we begin to build our roasting into patties.
All right.
It's just like
patties.
This. Yeah. Like, you know what they put, the minced beef in burger?
Yeah.
It's called a patty.
It's called a patty?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is what we just do, and we place it on.
All right. So this patty now,
guys,
is something going to bond it?
You people are still far away from finishing this breakfast.
So that's the part you want to hear about, the finished
I want to see the finished product, so I can take a photograph of it and go and show my wife. And she can make it at home.
Problem.
Because I don't eat outside, as you know. So I'm not going to eat that food.
Don't worry, I'm going to hold you to that when I'm eating your portion.
All right, so we're going to take a break. We're going to take a break now, and then, of course, when we come back, we're going to check out the story of a blind man who is living an absolutely normal life, even better lives than people who have 2 eyes. Don't go anywhere.
Wake up.
Kajetan is a blind man. He lives with his family in Ikorodu, a town in Lagos. Just like any other person, he gets set for work and leaves his home every day at 6:45 a.m. With his white cane, he is able to navigate the road all by himself to the bus stop. Even the rain cannot stop Kajetan from going to work in spite of his condition. Sometimes, his wife helps him get to the road where he takes a commercial motorcycle to the bus station at Ikorodu Garage. After alighting, he then gets someone to help him cross the road. Here is where he bought a bus from. He doesn't have to give transport fare. Lagbos BRT don't demand money from the physically challenged. The journey from Ikorodu to Yaba is about 30 kilometers. He then takes a yellow bus, popularly known as Danfo, to complete his journey. From there, he then navigates to his office all by himself. This is how he goes to work every day. A typical example of what a visually impaired person goes through. So, I decided to interact with Kajetan to know how he's faring in his world.
How did you lose your sight? Were you born with it?
I wasn't born blind. I was told by my parents that I lost my sight with the cause of measles when I was young. It was not treated properly as at then, and it started to affect my sight. Because of the mobility skill I have right from school, we've been trained to try and move about on our own independently, at least over like 90%. So I put that into practice, try not to inconvenience those around me. So I go about going from work.
Physically impaired and blind persons can read using Braille. Braille is a tactile writing system used by people who are blind or visually impaired. 3 colleagues of Kajetan are also blind. This is where they work. Here at Anglo-Nigerian Welfare Association for the Blind and WAB, they work to rehabilitate and train blind persons to be independent.
I've just sent the mail.
Danlami Bashar is the director. He also does not have a sight.
Being blind as a child, at a very early age, is not as traumatic as getting blind when you are an adolescent or an adult. So, and then, being blind as a child and also having the opportunity to immediately commence schooling, so that was in fact very, very helpful in that you were able to relate with your peers who are blind themselves in an educational setting.
There is a myth that people who are blind or severely visually impaired can't do most jobs and other things independently, but the reality is that they are currently doing many jobs.
Meanwhile, police authorities in Osun State say they have deployed more than enough security personnel to monitor Saturday's by-election in 10 local councils in Osun West Senatorial District.
I'm married with 2 children, and the only thing I know a blind person cannot do for now in this country is to independently drive a car. Do you understand me? But every other thing, aspect of life, I'm sure, especially with the aid of ICT and all that, one is good to go.
Just like many people around the world, they are also on social media to connect with friends. They play games too, just like sighted persons, but theirs is adaptive to them. There is a special way by which they feel and know what they are playing.
I love indoor games. And my best indoor game is I love playing chess. Aside chess, I love Scrabbles, I love dominoes. I want to see a society where every blind person can fend for, can positively, let me be positively fend for him or herself. I would want to see a society where no blind person is an illiterate. I want to see a society where no blind person is found begging on the streets.
Kajetan is the oldest staff here. He's the oldest staff. He's been here from the first day of Anwam. If I come in through that door, you know, if I ring the bell and he's the one that opens the door, I come in. Yeah, chairman. So people like him, even down too, they would know, because when you are on the road on your own, we are in darkness and all that, you are going to listen to everything, the movement of different types of people. You know how heavy the person is or how tall he is, the smell, you know, whether it's the hair or the perfume or the type of noise that is in that environment will tell you where you are and the direction to go. CJ is a master when it comes to all that. And he helps in the rehabilitation unit too, apart from running the production unit where the books are produced for blind students.
People who are blind or visually impaired are not endowed with a sharper sense of touch, hearing, taste or smell. To compensate their loss of vision, many learn to listen more carefully or remember without taking notes, or increase directional acumen to compensate for their lack of functional vision.
You may want to try walking around your room with a blindfold covering your eyes, just to have a feel. Most blind people never saw anyone smile before, yet they smile graciously. They may have lost their sight, but they gained vision.
Wake up, Nigeria! Wake up,
oh, wow.
Nigeria.
Okay, welcome back. And as you can see, there's a chess game going on here. We have Kachetan in the studio. You're very welcome.
Thank you very much.
It's fascinating what you do, how you described how you live and how you move around. It made me think about my life and, of course, understand that, hey, you can do so many different things. For instance, this chess game, it already feels like Kachetan is winning. Am I right, Yomi?
Well, we're making some trade-offs.
Trade-offs?
He's just, I took his, he's captured my knight.
Okay.
I captured the knight.
Okay.
He's just captured my knight, and so I'm trying to make up my mind. Our two queens are fighting.
Okay.
And my knight is right in front of his queen now, and the second knight is in danger right now.
Okay, so I'm going to act like I know exactly what you guys are talking about. I have no clue. I've never played chess. I've always wanted to find out more about it, but until they say checkmate, I don't know what's going on. Well, but Kachetan, tell me more.
Once you hear checkmate, it's actually the end of the game.
That's what I'm talking about.
The game is over.
That's what I mean. Okay, so
anyway. All right, Kachetan, this is a wonderful opportunity. I mean, coming to the show to join us, we watched the feature just now, and you're living a normal life.
Yes, I do.
And people would say, oh, you know, being blind is a big disadvantage. You won't be able to do. Yes, it's a disadvantage in a way, but you're able to live your normal life and go about your regular business.
Yes, I do actually. You see, being disabled does not mean that one should be relegated to the back bench. I know now that we're living in the jet age, we have a lot of skills which can be given to a disabled person to take advantage of the lost ability, so that you can live your normal life. And that's what basically we do in the office. That's the process of rehabilitation.
Okay. One of the things you said was that there's nothing that a blind person cannot do.
So can you cook, for instance?
Well, yes, all along I've been in boarding school. Personally, I remember vividly when I was in the University of Jos, that was doing a diploma program, I used to cook.
Okay.
But now I'm married, I think I've left the kitchen.
Okay, but I was going to ask you, just for fun, do you know how to pound yam? But you like pounded yam?
Well, yes, I do. I might not do it successfully, but I have an idea.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
Can you tell us about your wife? Tell us about your wife. How did you meet her? How did you
toast her?
You saw somebody and you arranged. Well, you arranged yourself properly.
They say beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Yeah. I met my wife through a cousin.
Okay.
You know, actually, somebody will have to introduce somebody to somebody, and somehow we were out one day when I traveled, and my cousin took me out. Went to unwind, and then somebody.
That word unwind. What did that mean?
Well,
went to cool off.
Yes, cool off. So she had a friend, and we got talking, and I found her enterprising, and I told my cousin, "Come, this is going to be big fish. How we go do?" I said, "Guy, if you're interested, make the move. You do the first shooting," which I did, and we took it up from there.
Wow!
It wasn't an easy road to you know. We had to take some time for her to be convinced.
Yes.
But I'm sure by now those stories are of the past in her life. She has come to terms with realities that there's no difference between a disabled person and an able person.
Okay, wow. So honestly, I've always wondered, you know, if maybe your kids, do they ever play tricks on you? Or do you ever, you know, get the opportunity to scold them, or maybe you want to spank them and then they run away?
Yeah, you know, kids will always be kids. Even if you are not disabled, at times they want to get at you and want you to run after them and all that, and say that they catch me, and things like that.
Thank you so much, Kachetan. We have to go to another break there. It's really fascinating.
It is.
I have to say, for those of you who can actually see me today, what is your excuse? We should be inspired by Kachetan's story and know that every limitation is only in the mind.
Yes, indeed.
So we're going to take a short break now, and when we return, we'll meet Uche, a spoken word poet.
Fantastic guy. You don't want to miss this.